It's the official language of Hawaii. Now the city is working to expand the use of Hawaiian language, beginning with its own workers. Kamakapili has more.
In 2012, the month of February was designated as Mahina Olelo Hawaii, or Hawaiian Language Month. And this year, to celebrate, the city and county of Honolulu began offering Hawaiian language training for all its employees, free of charge. Coming from the University of Hawaii system, the executive director of the Mayor's Office of Culture and Arts, Makanani Salah, is using her educational background to create new initiatives within the city's government to better practice the phrase, host culture.
Particularly my strength is in Hawaiian culture. It's what I do, it's where I come from, it's what I'm trained in. But Hawaii is a multicultural place. So I think it's very good for us to ground ourselves in Hawaiian culture, but be cognizant of the many, many different cultures and peoples that make their home here in Hawaii.
From place names to common local slang and beyond, Hawaiian language is spoken more often than people may think, though not everyone gets it right 100% of the time.
Because some of the words that we use every day, like Honolulu instead of Honolulu, is one of the challenges, right? And it's not that people were trying to be, I think, disrespectful or trying to be flippant. They just don't know, right? So I think it's part of our job to assure that we help people gain that knowledge.
In 1896, teaching and learning through Hawaiian language was banned. It wasn't until 1978 when the state of Hawaii finally recognized Olelo Hawaii as an official language.
So to be able to not just speak Hawaiian, but to have it be an official language. And there are many commissions now who are doing minutes in Hawaiian language. Just those steps, I think, and being able to speak Hawaiian freely and for people to know that Hawaiian is an official language and the language of the people, I think is huge for us.
More than 100 participants signed up for the first Hawaiian language training session. If the demand continues, Salah will continue to build curriculum to keep the classes going. If you're interested in learning how to speak Hawaiian, visit some of the available resources listed on our website, khon2.com. Kamakapili with KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.